The Sea of Galilee, 2,000 years ago, this was the home of Jesus and his disciples, fishermen who, by many accounts, transformed the course of history. Today, it stands as a significant destination for Christian pilgrims from every corner of the globe, drawn to witness and connect with the land of their Savior. It is also a home for two brothers, Yuval and Moshe Lufin, and what some are calling the archaeological find of the century, a 2,000-year-old boat that has been nicknamed the Jesus boat. But what was found in the boat when it was discovered? What were the miracles that happened the day it was found? Now, let's delve in. The Sea of Galilee, Israel's largest freshwater lake, is uniquely situated 209 meters below sea level, making it the lowest freshwater lake in the world. Known locally as Lake Kinneret, it serves as Israel's primary water source and a popular tourist destination for both locals and international visitors. Many are drawn to explore the Galilee's rich historical and spiritual landmarks, a region steeped in ancient history and closely tied to one of its most renowned figures from 2,000 years ago. It is here that the New Testament recounts numerous stories of Jesus and his disciples. Yuval and Moshe, second-generation fishermen from the Galilee, grew up immersed in the lake's legacy. In their spare time, they often scoured its banks, blending their love for fishing with their passion for archaeology. In 1986, when the Sea of Galilee's water levels dropped unusually low, the brothers saw an opportunity. Though calling themselves amateur archaeologists, they embarked on an exploration, hoping to uncover something remarkable. Their discovery prompted them to contact marine archaeologists Kurt Ravey and Shelley Waxman, who were already engaged in excavating shipwrecks along the Mediterranean coast. What unfolded next would add another chapter to the Sea of Galilee's extraordinary story.
Today we are finding coin, very old coin, Roman coin, Jewish coin. We are seeking if coin in there may be another thing. So in this area we are looking day after day, many times, many hours.
And then they looked closer, and then they found iron nails.
And we are looking at the Roman nail, after 20 centimeters, another one. We are clean the place, we see the wood and said, oh, we are find boat. We are find what we are dreaming. We are jumping in the air, we are dancing, we are crazy.
They called their father. Their father was a fisherman. Father, have you ever seen a boat like this? And he said, no. So they called the Ministry of Antiquities. They came and they had one look at the boat, and they saw, because of the special building technique used, that the boat was very, very old. How old they didn't know. They only knew after they did a carbon-14 test. And then they discovered that this boat is 2,000 years old. We don't know to whom the boat belonged. We know that the boat was big enough for 15 people. We know it was used for 20 years. And we know that the boat was fixed many, many times because it contains 12 different kinds of wood. The only artifact...
But little did they know that this small wood discovery would lead to the biggest discovery of their lifetime as amateur archaeologists. Kurt explains that the next day, as they headed to the site, he and his team were already joking on their way down the hill. Passing a sign that marked going below sea level, they couldn't help but laugh about the irony. We joked, Kurt said. If it's a shipwreck, this will be the lowest shipwreck excavation ever, 240 meters below Mediterranean sea level, yet still on dry land. He added that they had no idea just how unusual this find would be, but there was a sense even then that something extraordinary was about to unfold. Having searched the Sea of Galilee before, Kurt admits he was initially skeptical when Yuval and Moshe called about their discovery. We met them here, he recalls. But first, we sat down for coffee and discussed exactly what we'd need to see. Ancient wood, nails, anything that could indicate a real find. I told them, next time, don't call us unless it's really ancient. It's a long trip from the Mediterranean otherwise. But once they arrived at the site, Kurt says he was stunned. We were flabbergasted. What we had drawn in the cafeteria was right there, lying in front of us. That moment, it just blew our minds. From then on, we knew life would never be the same. The discovery turned out to be an ancient boat buried for centuries beneath the mud and waters of the Sea of Galilee. Yuval and Moshe, the brothers who found it, had come across what could be a relic from the time of Jesus. During a period of extreme drought, the water levels in the Sea of Galilee had dropped significantly, exposing what was normally hidden. Spotting pieces of wood and what appeared to be ancient nails, the brothers contacted Kurt for professional help. Kurt describes meeting Yuval and Moshe as surreal. They reminded me of the disciples, he explains, just two Jewish fishermen who knew they had found something special. As they arrived at the site, Kurt recalls a sudden double rainbow appearing, followed by rain after years of drought. It felt like a blessing from heaven.
הג'יפ הגשם הפסיק, יצא שמש ויצא קשת, שהייתה קשת כפולה, שאפשר היה לגעת בה, כל כך היא הייתה קרובה אלינו. ואז אמרנו, הסירה הזאת שייכת למישהו, אמרנו.
We looked at each other and thought, this is it. This is the sign. Go ahead. You've got it. What followed was chaos. Kurt says the site quickly became a madhouse as news of the discovery spread. Crowds of people began to swarm the area, and rumors that the boat was filled with gold drew even more attention. To protect the site, police and military forces were brought in. Camera crews from around the world arrived to document the excavation. Kurt explains, "It was the only excavation I've ever worked on that had dozens of television stations recording everything. It became a tourist attraction from day one. The sheer scale of public interest was something Kurt had never experienced in his 30-year career. We even had ice cream vendors and hot dog stands set up around the site," he recalls. "I've never seen anything like it, and it was unbelievable." Despite the challenges of working under constant scrutiny, Kurt and his team began the delicate process of unearthing the fragile boat. Realizing its condition required expertise, they called in conservationist Orna Cohen, who, at first, was skeptical. "Of course," Kurt says, "she told us there was no way they could have found a boat in the lake." But as events unfolded, it became clear that this was a discovery of historic proportions.
Boat at the lake, it's of the Sea of Galilee because it's a freshwater lake, lot of bacterial activity. Nothing survived there more than few years. They insisted for some reason, so I came, and surprisingly.
The boat measures about 27 feet, 8.2 meters in length, and 7.5 feet, 2.3 meters in width, with a depth of around 4 feet, 1.2 meters. Its size and design make it perfect in region. The boat's design includes a flat bottom, allowing it to navigate shallow waters near the shore. This feature would have been particularly useful for fishing, as fishermen could easily cast and retrieve their nets close to the coastline. The preservation of this ancient relic is a miracle in itself. Buried in mud for nearly 2,000 years, the boat's wooden structure was protected from decay due to the oxygen-free environment. When it was unearthed, the wood was incredibly fragile and needed constant care to prevent it from falling apart. Though there is no evidence that Jesus or his disciples ever used this particular boat, it represents the type of vessel common in their time. Its connection to the period of Jesus has earned it the name Jesus Boat, sparking the imagination of all who view it. The Jesus Boat now resides in a museum in Israel, where visitors can see it and reflect on its significance. It serves as a tangible link to the past, giving us a clearer picture of life during the first century and the backdrop of many gospel stories. Pottery fragments were discovered embedded in the mud near the boat. Nails and other structural components from the boat's construction were also found, which played a key role in determining its age. However, no gold was found in or around the boat. While the double rainbow sign was noted, It too did not lead to any discovery of gold. Some people believe that the ends of rainbows are places where you can find gold. However, that's just a myth, and when the boat was found, no gold was discovered. While many interesting items were uncovered, including pottery fragments and nails, nothing of gold was found. What do you think about this boat? Could it be one that our Savior used, or is it just an ordinary boat from his time? Comment down below and share your thoughts with us. Be sure to check out other inspiring videos now appearing on your screen. Thank you for watching.